Hello everyone, welcome to Elements of Costing class. In today's class, we will be discussing non-cost charges. Okay, so before that, in previous class, we have discussed about format of cost sheet. Hope so everybody has written that format. Okay, I'll brief you all once again the format of cost sheet. First, we will have to find out direct material. Suppose if in the problem direct material is given, then directly start with the cost sheet. Okay, if direct material is not given, then opening stock will be given. So to the opening stock, you will have to add purchases and you have to deduct closing stock of raw material. So then you will get direct material. Okay, now to begin with the cost sheet, first we will have to take direct materials and then take direct wages and then direct expenses. So add these three, you will get prime cost. Next is add factory overheads. Now factory related expenses has to be taken, indirect expenses, that is factory related indirect expenses should be taken under this overheads. Then make a total, and from this, suppose if they have given sale of scrap, then that has to be deducted. Then you will get manufacturing cost. If there is work in progress, then opening work in progress has to be added, then deduct closing work in progress. Okay, then you will get works cost. Next is add administrative overhead. So office related indirect expenses has to be taken under this head, like rent and rates, salaries, lighting. So all such things are related to office. So such expenses has to be taken over here. Now next is, you will, when you add it, you will get cost of production. Now suppose if there is opening stock of finished goods, or if there is purchase of manufacturing goods, so these has to be added to cost of production. Then you will get cost of goods sold. Okay, now from cost of goods available for sale, then from this if you deduct closing stock of finished goods, then you will get cost of goods sold. Now to the cost of goods sold, you will have to add selling and distribution overheads. So indirect expenses relating to the selling and distribution overheads, okay, has to be taken under this overhead. Now make a total, you will get cost of sales. Now sales will be given in the problem. So from sales, if you deduct cost of sales, you will get to know whether there is profit or loss. So till here we have discussed in previous class. Okay, go through the format. Now next in today's class we are going to discuss new concept, that is non-cost charges. It means non-cost charges, it means it is not related to the cost sheet. Okay, these all are financial expenses which are not considered in the cost sheet. Now in the problem they will give some financial expenses to confuse you all. So you should know which all expenses has to be taken and which should not be taken. So such expenses are reserve for doubtful dates, okay, then income tax, intervening loan, then donation, capital expenditure, then loss on sale of fixed assets, then goodwill written off, discount on issue of shares and debentures, dividend to shareholders, underwriting commission, then debenture interest transferred to sinking fund, commission to managing director or partner, then bonus to shareholders, preliminary expenses written off, interest on capital, cash discount, fines and penalties, charity, abnormal loss. So these are non-cost expenses. It means these expenses should not be considered while preparing cost sheet. So these are also called as financial expenses. So these are now these will be taken in financial statement, that is in profit and loss account, but these are not taken in the cost sheet because these are not related to the cost. These are not directly or indirectly related to the cost, because in cost sheet direct materials we take, then direct labor. You all know like what is direct material. Direct material means the materials which are directly used for the production of goods. Okay, direct labor means the people, those who are directly involved in the manufacturing of goods. So salaries whatever you give them, that is taken as direct labor. Indirect expenses other than these two expenses, if any expenses is directly involved to produce a product, then such expenses direct expenses. So in these three, at least these expenses will not come. Then when we add factory overhead, so factory related expenses will come over there. Okay, so even there these such expenses will not be considered. Then next is relating to what? Factory overhead. So even in factory overheads we do not consider it. In administrative overheads also we do not consider it, because in administrative overheads we take the expenses which are related to the office work or which are related to the administrative work. Next is related to selling and distribution expenses. Even there also such expenses are not taken, because these are not related to selling department or distribution department. Okay, so such expenses should not be taken. Now next we are going to learn is like important note before solving the problem. These you should know. Work in progress is valued at work's cost. So work in progress always has to be valued at work's cost. Then second point is stock of finished goods. Now always stock of finished goods is valued at cost of production. So suppose if they have asked us to find out cost per unit, so in such a case cost per unit of cost of production will be considered for stock of finished goods. Opening stock it might be, or even it might be closing stock. Cost of production has to be considered. So in previous class I had told you all, like in this class I'll be starting with the problem, but one aspect was left, like non-cost charges. So in today's class we have seen non-cost charges. Okay, so from next class onwards I'll be starting with your problems. Okay, hope so this class is clear to you all.